I was late into YouTube, like really late. I'd owned the channel since 2012, but only uploaded the odd family video, and I was more than happy to use the platform as a holding server for my personal content. I set the majority of my channel's uploads to private. I didn't want views, I wasn't looking for subscribers. Around 2018, at the same time I moved into soccer coaching, I started another channel. I was on the ball though, if you pardon the pun, as I realised I could help other coaches and players with my knowledge. YouTube seemed the obvious place to share this knowledge. After a slow start, I soon realised that the sound of my own voice and the look I had on camera was leaving a lot to be desired. I questioned whether I'd watch my own channel. The poor sound quality, the poor visuals. I came to the answer, no. Just prior to the pandemic in 2020, I started watching YouTube rather than thinking of YouTube as an area where I could upload content. I started watching channels. I was really late to YouTube. I found a few channels I seemed to really enjoy watching. I'd never heard of Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon or Dude Perfect. Literally never heard of them. My kids thought it funny. Over a year later, having watched countless hours of footage from what became my favourite channels, I now know of a spirited man. I don't know this spirited man, I know of him. I know of him through his brother initially. I was hooked on his brother's back catalogue of films here on YouTube. If I'm honest enough with you, I was hooked on his brother's lifestyle, character, personality and talent. It turned out millions of you were as well, for a good number of years. I loved the stories the spirited man's brother told. But then it all stopped. Just as I was getting into it all, it just stopped. His brother was moving on with his life, and the everyday, busy lifestyle New York City offered him was about to change. I knew he'd post the odd video though. When you're happy with your work, when you're really good at something, you just can't stop it, period. It's in his DNA. His brother had built a life where he was happy to share it with the world. The spirited man I know of, he wasn't happy to share it with the world. I'd heard of him through his brother's stories and his brother's channel. I'd seen snippets of their work together. The spirited man had helped his brother on many occasions, so I'm not here to report what has already been articulated on the spirited man's brother's channel many times. Then came the announcement. His brother had helped with the initial boost, and the spirited man came into our lives in the most prominent way. In a different way to his brothers, I was fascinated by this new channel. I was happy to know of a spirited man. I watched as he showed his unique way of storytelling. I've also watched the delivery alter. The spirited man now seems more confident in front of camera than he first was. I have wondered what has made him change his style and delivery. Maybe he will tell us, maybe he will tell me. Regardless of that, his brother's handmade office in New York was full of handmade appliances. Not seeing the need to go and spend money on something a robot in a factory has built, but to take the process of the build and do it himself. The spirited man's brother is also spirited. The spirited man is the same. He's given me glimpses of his house in California, away from the hustle and bustle of the city, up in the hills, perfect for a spirited person. I've driven, cycled and walked many miles around my city, and I've come across many items the spirited man would fix. can build anything, or at least attempt to. This is what makes the spirited man I know of. A spirited man.